Hello, everybody. It's me, George, here for another public opinion. And this time I decided to, put my mug on front of the screen so people could see who I am and what I look like and all that. So, the reason why I'm doing this video is what you see here on my previous video that I did, my previous public opinion on the Tom Crawford situation. And I did get some, comments right here, and I went back and forth and all that. I'll probably get some more, but it's not only the comments I'm kind of interested in. It's the people that are fanboys or for Tom or his side or whatever they may call themselves. It just sounds like they are magically hypnotized or they don't want to change their minds because no matter what you tell them and you show them the proof and you tell them, look, here are the paperworks, here's the judgment, here's the transcripts, here's the source, here's whatever. You don't have to believe it all, do your own research, but you can't sit there and not say that it's not true. I mean, real facts that they cannot be changed. It was always a endowment interest only, mortgage. That's a fact. Tom Crawford said it was changed from a part interest, part capital to an interest only. That never happened. That was proven in court. All right. But you have people, where was it? That said, oh, here it is. Right here. It's a draft judgment in an administrative only. It's not a proper court case. Not actually recorded, nor has it been sealed order or a court sealed warrant. Already been proven in the Crown Court trials. All right. One, it was a draft judgment paperwork, which I showed on the previous video, that was released to the public. The actual final judgment was given on both sides of the party. Both Tom's side and Brad and Binkley. So that is exactly the same as the draft. Nothing was changed at all. So let's stop making up stuff. It is a court case. They have transcripts. You could purchase it, and I am going to go through the Crown Courts to try to purchase those transcripts because I'm tired of people saying things they don't know what they're talking about. Also, about the whole sealed warrant and all the other stuff, they're talking about the 6-1 case earlier this year in January, which they won. The reason why they won is because on July 28th, I believe it was, that was the day when they tried to retake the house. And they were waiting for the warrant that day to kick them out again. And they couldn't produce that warrant at that time. They were able to get the warrant later on that day after the whole incident. Even on Amanda Pike's Facebook page, it was said on one of the radio programs, Sebastian Radio, when Jeff Stevens, who was Doziak, who was talking to Mike West about the whole incident with Tom Crawford, said, hey, she just said that they have the actual warrant of possession. And the original warrant was from 2012. It was actually suspended, lifted, suspended, lifted, suspended, lifted until May 2nd of last year. Finally was lifted again, and then 2 months later, bam, he was evicted. All right? So this whole thing about Tom Crawford with the seal. You don't need seal or a wet signature. It's all digital warrants. if it is. This was not much of a warrant. It was a warrant possession. That could be done as a digital seal. They just need the name on the warrant. That's it. On top of that, they could get a writ, and there's nothing they could say about it. But that didn't happen. All right. So that was said. Also, this part right here I thought was kind of interesting. The draft judgment is also a bit of a red herring. How? How is it a red herring? I don't get the idea that it was a red herring. I like to know. Still didn't answer it, but and then it says a single judge is not immune from being misled. So he was misled. So everything that Bradley and Bing presented evidence is incorrect. All right? They had the information. They had the evidence. Not only that, the evidence that Tom Crawford stated basically confirms what the bank said. Think about that. And then he continues on. They have also willfully ignored acts of Parliament. I don't know. I ignored that one. I mean, it goes on and on. I mean, it's a good discussion. I have nothing wrong with this guy. He's perfectly fine. But I like talking discussions like this. But it's this kind of thing. If you read all through the comments, they're stuck. They're brainwashed. They don't want to think that Tom was wrong. Okay? But here's the one answer that could probably solve this all, and I hope people could think about this. And I've heard this probably with one other person on YouTube. And I kind of agree. And I'm going to say it. That if Tom Crawford actually made payments to his endowment, and that he said that he did, then that means he has proof that he's made payments to his endowment, meaning that he has checks, bank statements, and invoices showing that. The original holder, the Phoenix Group, or Royal Bank was the original holder and then became the Phoenix Group, stated to Bragdon and Bingley that the payments were stopped, and they had the paperwork and the evidence. Tom has no evidence that was brought to the court date on May 1st when he came in. None at all. All right? If Tom is right, ask him. Go to him and say, hey, show you're right. You know, you had paid the endowment. That means you paid for the house. Where's the proof? I guarantee he won't show you the proof. Okay? He's using the people, you, to get what he wants. And then the get out of debt free people, like Mark Ceylon, he's using Tom to publicize his group and business. Everybody's using everybody. And now you have Tom going out with this group nationwide to talk to the college kids of England and telling them about his story and giving advice. Giving advice how to lose your house? No, that's not good advice. Look, folks, I feel bad for anybody that loses their house. I've said this before. I'm going to say this again. But if you want to save your house, do the right thing, folks. Go to a lawyer. Pay whatever the fee you can. But if you could pay a couple $1,000s to save a house that you lived and paid for, that cost you hundreds of thousands more, it's worth it. So don't listen to people like them. Like Mark Ceylon, Michael Sarkeesian, all right, a Guy Taylor, Mr. Ebert, you know, that Cack and Matt, the ball-headed guy, or Chris C. Morris, you know, or any of these other people, you know, the beat the bailiffs groups and all, you know, get out of debt free and all that. Don't listen to people like them. They've lost home after home after home after home. Here are some names that were lost because of these groups. Cleveland Rohan, remember him? He lost his home. Russ McGarry, Guy Taylor, which was his father's home, and he lost his dad's home. Also a convicted felon. You know, just to let you know, he went to jail. And I don't know how many times he's got arrested. Michael Grant Sinclair, Chrome Leach, Paula Jane Campbell. Now, I felt bad for her on that one. Really did, but she lost her home too. Glynis Cage and Tom Crawford. Right there, there's 8 from these groups, and there's many, many more. There was the video I talked to you about, Miss Patella, was she lost her home, a 300-year-old home, because of the rocks being moved, and she owed $71,000. She only paid $17,000 and decided not to pay the remaining balance. And then they got a writ to force her to pay the amount. If not, they evicted her. Whose fault is it? Is it the neighbors? Is it the bailiffs or the cops? No, it was hers. I felt bad. I wish she didn't get evicted, but she did. You know, people are not being responsible and manning up. All right, I make mistakes. You know, I have debt, but I don't have that much debt. You know, I keep it to a point where I can manage it. So, anyways, I'm just doing this real quick because I'm just tired of the people out there being brainwashed, and to a point where they feel that people like Tom and others are right. All right, Jeff Stevens or Doziak said it right. That 1% of that time that the banks were right and Tom was wrong. Anyways, that's my 2 cents, and that's all I have for now. And let me know what you think. You know, go to my video, you know, watch it. Let me know what you guys think. This one was a pretty good one. Lots of links to go through. Download the Judgement, the Gosmark Judgement. Read it yourself. All right, it's simple. It's easy. You know, it's not legalese or Chinese. You know, I felt bad for the reporter. You know, Ellie Collins, especially the way the guy said that. Ellie Collins, she's illiterate, and she's got to be on crack. What the hell's wrong with them? Those two. I wish Ellie Collins does sue them for slander. Too bad they can't sue them for defamation. Here in the United States you can, but there in England you cannot. But those guys need to quit. And if you guys do a video about me, go for it, because I could care less, because most people are going to watch it and think you're fools anyways. So that's all I have for now. Take care, folks, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.